What is going on, YouTube? So today we are back and we're looking at a neighborhood out here today located in Decula, Georgia. And today what we want to do is take a look and showcase this here particular listing. And what we want to know is this a house that you would consider purchasing, as we always do? And I wanted to give this one a walkthrough here, and I just wanted to know what your guys' thoughts were as we come up on the 3-car garage, and if this was the type of home that you would take a look at. You did see a view of the neighborhood just now as we kind of pan through, so definitely a little bit of a tighter neighborhood when it comes to lot sizes. I believe we're sitting on about a quarter of an acre, so a little bigger than like a typical eighth of an acre that you would get for a new construction home. Most new construction homes now. So we'll go ahead and take a walk inside. All right. And I thought this home here was a pretty good candidate for what I would consider kind of like a watch and wait type of home. So as we enter the home here, we'll look up and we see the nice molding up top, the crown molding, which looks pretty good. And immediately over to the right, looks like we have ourselves what would be a, I would guess you could call this an office or maybe a living room area. It's a little darker in today's video just because the weather's been kind of gloomy lately, as you guys saw outside earlier. So I do apologize for the lighting. And this is our fixture coming in. No official foyer, but nonetheless, you do have your entrance lighting. You do have like your port windows up here, the square port windows, and this would be what I would call basically the dining room area. I was looking for the light. Oh, it's over there in the corner. So this would be your formal dining room with the coffered ceilings. That is a really, really nice look. Let's get some light on for you guys. Yeah, there we go. Looks good. It's a little bit of a different setup for a coffered ceiling. Now, this house still does have a few things. It does need some work in it still as we come down the main hallway. Overall, it presents well. It shows well. The house does show well to get itself sold. It's been on the market about 53 days. I'm not sure what this room right here is. Comment below if you guys know the official name of this little nook room right here. I'm assuming you can use it for maybe like a small study area. You do have your connectivity room or closet right there in the back. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I mean, nonetheless, you have that space. So as we continue down the hall, let's get some more lighting. And here's your stairway over to the right. We'll check out upstairs in a second. And right in front of us, we have the family room. Right here in front of us, our main entertainment area for our guests. Now, we do have the nice standard coffered grid ceilings up top that look really good. They elected to go with the ceiling fan in the middle there, which is okay. And then you have your recessed lighting. But I do like how it kind of separates itself from the ceiling. I gotta say, personally, I think this is probably one of the most attractive parts of this home. Just the way that they had the ceilings done. It looks really, really good to me. And you have your fireplace there. Nice size fireplace with your two showcase sections on the left and right there with your down lighting. That looks good as well. Carpets appear to be new in this home. That's what it seems like in here. You got your tall baseboards. So pretty nice layout so far for the first floor. Then right here you have your kitchen area. So not as large of a kitchen. I want to say we were almost at about 4,000 square feet. It might be 3,900. I'll double check that number. So right here you have your breakfast nook section or your small dining area that immediately goes out to the patio. We'll check that out in a second. And like I said, you have your kitchen here. We do have the seating, the recess for the seating, which is always nice. Your receptacle here on the island, which is nice as well. I do think things like that are really nice and pretty useful. So you got your double basin sink right here in your island. So you have everything kind of in a nice little workspace. You can, use your sink right here. You can come over here and use your range. So everything's pretty nice and not too much of a walk per se. We got a dark cabinet color here, almost like a dark cherry, basically, which is nice. You got your stainless steel hood and your range, as we talked about earlier. No pot filler, no pot filler in this one. And this is coming out of the dining room, which is where we were earlier. And immediately to the left, there is the pantry. And then this was also here as well. It's like another small desk area or storage area with your glass cabinets right there. So then you have your microwave up top, your stack setup, and then you have your oven there at the bottom. So what do you guys think so far? What do you think that they're asking for this here particular home located out here in Decula, Georgia? Now, I cannot forget about this massive fridge. Let me back it up. Let me zoom out a little bit. Look at this refrigerator. This is Frigidaire's gallery fridge. I mean, this thing is, you can get some groceries in here. You can do some damage on the account at the store filling this up. So definitely has the storage to keep quite a few people pleased in the home. So above it, you have your cabinets there, and it just looks good too. That big stainless steel fridge does look pretty nice. So what do you guys think of the overall kitchen setup? Okay, let's take a look outside real quick. Like I said, I think we're sitting on like a quarter of an acre. Let's take a look out here. And this would be your patio area. So the neighbors have a real nice pool over there. And this is pretty much your backyard area. So not much of a backyard, but you do have entertainment space for your guests. So it is Memorial Day weekend. Maybe you'll come out here. You still have room to set up to cook and entertain as well. Okay, if the weather was nicer, of course, but it is covered. So that definitely does help. It's covered with lighting, okay? All right, so we'll come out of there. And then before we continue our tour on the first floor, I do want to mention this. You guys know how I feel about previous mounted TVs or TV mounts and stuff like that on the walls. My personal opinion would just be to leave the TV mounts on the wall, just because you got to go back and you got to explain about filling in these holes. You got these big gaping outlet boxes. This stuff is just not appealing to the eye or to the prospective buyer. TV mount actually looks better up there than just holes in the wall. Yes, we know that a TV was up there, but that just kind of looks better with the mount still up there. So we'll go ahead and continue down the hallway for the first floor. This is a 5-bedroom home. We do have 1 bedroom down here. That's what we're looking at straight ahead. You got your mudroom area here as well. So they were able to kind of put a section for your coats and stuff. They didn't add a bench here, but that can be easily added later. Then you have your full bath downstairs. Okay, your full guest bathroom down here, and this is the downstairs bedroom. You have 1 bedroom down here, and I believe the rest are upstairs. So okay sized bedroom. Okay, and then you got your closet. decent sized closet. But you know, like I said, once again, you can use it for an office if you would like, or it can be an in-law suite. All right, and then just a quick mention too. So this far back, you can't really tell as much, and the lighting isn't as bright. But the closer you get, you can see how a light color in a mudroom area really starts to show the wear. Just like I mentioned on that previous house we looked at, a darker color here would just do a little better, and it'll require a lot less maintenance. So this is the garage, big 3-car garage. You got your very large, loud water heater there. So you got your single door over here. Then it goes pretty deep too. So and you got an attic access as well. So pretty sizable garage. I mean, a 3-car garage is really nice, especially for those of us that have the need for them. So that concludes our tour of the first floor of this here particular home. So we'll go ahead and take a look upstairs. All right, and let me know if you guys notice anything too as we're walking through here. All right, let's make our way upstairs. So as we're coming up the steps, I don't know if you noticed it now. Like I said, from a distance, things look great. It's like a paint job like an okay paint job on a car. But if you pay attention, you start to see things that could have easily been rectified in this home. So like we got these scuff marks on the wall here, right? Okay. And we have the scuff marks coming up the stairs, all right? Now, that could either be handled or rectified by cleaning or just laying down a different coat of paint, just because there's a contrast to that when you've already added the nice new carpets in the home, okay? Now, coming back here, this is the loft area. I do like this loft area. If I can find the light. Oh, yes. This is really nice. It's just a different place to entertain and a different option. As you see, that's what they likely did, because we got a TV that was mounted on the wall here. And but this just, like I said, it just goes back to my point of holes in the wall, and you got stains in here that need to be cleaned up. But nonetheless, the loft area is nice. It gives you a nice view over the neighborhood as well. This house kind of sits up on the hill in this here particular subdivision. So you really have a really nice view of other properties and the other beautiful homes in this here neighborhood, okay? But nonetheless, that's your loft area. I think it's pretty cool. Looks nice. Like I said, you got these sweeping scuff marks. Now we back up. And you know, we just kind of pan real quick across the wall. Probably wouldn't even notice that. But if you're in here live looking at these homes, you will see stuff like that. I mean, you got previous hardware in the wall as well. Stuff like that. It's just nice to have things like that addressed. It'll be really, really nice to get that done. So immediately over here to the right, we have this is a through bathroom, basically. It's a full bath. And this is one of the bedrooms upstairs. This house bedroom. Here's your closet. And that's all the way through. And there. Not really a walk-in closet, but a very wide closet. And you have 2 doors as well. So that's that. And then that's the bathroom straight ahead that we looked at. And then there's another hole in the wall. Yeah. For your TV. Yes, but this is that full bath. I was just hitting that other door from earlier, so you can come in either from the bedroom or the hallway. And that's your full bathroom, okay? I like the tile in there. The long tile in the bathroom is nice, okay? So coming out of this bedroom, all right, we're gonna go, what's this? This is your linen closet. So let me know what you guys think thus far about this particular home. There's your attic access upstairs up here. Like I said, you got hardware in the walls. And so here is another bedroom. Okay. There's your closet. Wide closet. Good size bedrooms in this home, I must say. Definitely can get sizable beds in here. And this is a Jack and Jill setup. This is a 90-degree Jack and Jill setup. So you got the first vanity here, and then you would actually come through to your shower tub combo and your toilet. Okay. And you come immediately over into the other vanity. Okay, so it's a 90-degree turn. And then this is the closet for this particular bedroom. Okay. A little bit bigger, it's a bigger closet. It's a walk-in closet. So, and then this is the bedroom itself. Okay. So take a walk over here. There you go. So, what do you guys think? Nice tall opening there as well. It opened up that area to not keep it low, to give it like a tunnel vision. Okay. All right. So coming out of there, I'm gonna come over to, this would be the laundry room. Okay. Nice size laundry room. I do think cabinets would have been a little better here instead of the wire shelving, or like some type of combination of shelving and cabinets. Something like that would have been a little bit more useful. But nonetheless, it's a large laundry room. Okay. And here you enter into your primary suite. You have those comfort ceilings once again, a very large ceiling fan up top. And this is a very sizable primary bedroom, okay? Of course, they had a TV on the wall, and you got your view out to the backyard, really your roof, but nonetheless, you have these 4 large windows, let in light, which is nice. And that ceiling, I'm telling you, the ceiling in person, it just looks so much better, you know. Oh, you guys need a private tour, check the description. Contact me there and I can get you guys a private tour of the property as well, because there's some things that you just have to see in person to really kind of understand the look or the presence that the house gives. Now we're in the primary bathroom. You got your garden tub facing us now. You got your large stand-up shower in here. Okay. I'm not sure what manner of mildew happened in here. But it seems like they just didn't have time to really deal with that or clean it up. That does not look appealing. It really doesn't. But nonetheless, you have your double vanity set up here. Large mirrors on the wall, like large mirror wall setup. And you've got your toilet, your water closet room in here. And you have one of your primary closets, walk-in closet, sizable closet. Okay. All right. And then straight ahead here is the other closet. So this would probably be like a his and hers setup type closet, which is nice. A lot of people definitely appreciate that, especially a lot of couples. All right. So we come out of there. Very sizable bathroom. Nice bathroom. You got your ceiling fan up here to have like a nice LED turning on type of animation, although it does have seen better days on the blades there. So, but nonetheless, sizable primary bathroom. So we're gonna go ahead and hop downstairs and get ready to close this one out. And I wanna know what your guys' thoughts are as I run some things across here and further reiterate why we came to take a look at this one. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, so that concludes our tour of this here property located out here in Decula, Georgia. So I wanna know what you guys think. What do you think about the layout of this home? Does it fit what you may be looking for as a buyer? And also the size of the home as well. What do you think the square footage is as we go through the numbers? So let me know what you think it is before we get to it. So like I mentioned before, it's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home. We're sitting on 1/4 of an acre. The house pretty much takes up a good bit of that, and in the back there's a big slope in the back as well. So you don't have a lot of usable space or backyard. Nonetheless, you're sitting on 1/4 of an acre, and you're looking at 3,909 square feet. So just about almost 100 feet shy of 4,000 square feet. So a very sizable home. And to me, that makes sense. I mean, we looked at the bedrooms. The bedrooms were all decent sizes. I think the smallest one may have been the one down here on the first floor. Although your main, your primary bedroom is not located on the main level. It is on the second level. I do think the comfort ceilings in this home were a nice touch. They're a little different than what I'm used to seeing when it comes to comfort ceilings, and they look really nice. So this home was built in 2017, and that does fit. I don't see a lot of major upgrades to see that they tried to bring the home forward into 2026, but they don't look terrible. It doesn't look bad in here. The house was somewhat maintained pretty nice. They did add the new carpets down, which helped as well. So what are they asking? What are they asking for this here house? They are asking $650,000 for this here particular listing. So they're asking $650,000. They were originally asking $700,000 for this home, and it's been on the market for 53 days. Now, I wanted to come take a look at this one because I thought this was a really good candidate for a watch and wait. So if you're out there and you're really wanting to purchase a home and this home speaks to you as having enough space, as having the layout that really you feel like fits you or has things that you could deal with. Some people may be able to deal with the mounts on the wall, the holes on the wall from the TV mounts, because they may just put another TV up. Some things like that are not major to a lot of people, and some things in this house that people could deal with, the scuffing on the walls and stuff. It is not pleasing to see, or like the shower floor we saw, but it is something that could be solved. Those are minor things that could be done or solved. And being on the market 53 days and already having a $50,000 price decrease lets me know a couple of things: that you have an aggressive or motivated seller that wants to go ahead and get this house moved. And this is a watch and wait, because you should keep this house on your list if you're wanting to double back on some, if you're patient enough to kind of wait it out to see what happens. Or you can go ahead and enter in the negotiation stages, and things may go into your favor as the buyer. So anyway, I wanted you guys to take a look at this home because, like I said, I thought it was a good a watch and wait candidate is what I would call it, as far as purchasing a home. And let me know your guys' thoughts below. What did you think of the home? What did you think of the tour? The sizes of the rooms, or was some things you didn't like about this house? Comment below. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. As always, thank you for watching. I enjoy your guys' opinions and thoughts. And it's been your favorite bearded agent. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.